Let's do this.
I know everything! Yeah!
Anyway, I made a video about pro-lifers, in particular this 12-year-old pro-lifer on YouTube a long time ago, and it was a horrible video, right? I made it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't really put much effort or thought into it. I didn't think it was that good of a video, but the basic argument was, how dare pro-lifers run around and just get so upset over abortion when there are starving children all over the world we're not talking about protecting them from being aborted. We're not even talking about protecting them from being murdered by another human being. We're just talking about give them a cheeseburger and nobody will do it. So I was attempting to put pro-life into context. It's really not that big of a deal when you look at the other problems that are plaguing the human race. So somebody responded, what was it, yesterday, day before, Haley from Women Can Incorporated. So I'm just like, who the crap is this woman? So I decided to go to the website, Women Can Incorporated or whatever. It looks like it's a meetup group for like middle-aged lesbian swingers. So I don't really know what it is, but whatever. So she starts off by attacking me as a human being and as a person because I had the nerve to actually call out this 12-year-old girl for what she is, which is a ignorant poster child for pro-life. That's right, a poster child. But she says that, how dare I attack a 12-year-old girl? Look, the 12-year-old girl puts herself on, I'm sorry, her parents put her on YouTube in front of the masses, in front of everybody. Look, freedom of speech works both ways, right? When you say something publicly, then the public is allowed to say something public in return. Does that make sense? If you say something in public, then you're allowed to be criticized for that. If you put yourself up on a pedestal, you're allowed to be criticized. It's as simple as that. Now, the reason why I don't bring in a lot of facts and such to debunk her video is because she doesn't bring any facts herself. She starts off with a supernatural argument, right? Her quote is, knit together in their womb by the wonderful Creator who knows them all by name. What Creator where? What names? What the hell kind of a hallucination is this girl having? I mean, there's no evidence to back up that claim whatsoever. She's just saying it. She's just saying it just to try to pull at your heartstrings, the same way that Christian churches try to pull at your heartstrings with the whole, oh, the devil and say God loves you and blah, blah, blah. He loves you unconditionally. How dare you not love him and not believe in him and blah, blah, blah. Anyway. So her entire argument is based off of, this supernatural boo-la-la that makes no sense whatsoever. There's no evidence for it. Moving on. Oh, where did she get her number from, right? For the abortions, she said there was like 115,000 abortions a day. Where did that number come from? Did she just pull it out of her butt? I mean, what adult gave her that number and told her that it was true? I've never heard that before. What is really laughable is how in the video, a 12-year-old girl starts talking about sex and responsibility. Starts talking about how they need to take the responsibility for their actions of having unprotected sex. Let me ask you a question, YouTube. What the hell does a 12-year-old girl know about sex, unprotected sex, and the responsibility of having unprotected sex? What does she know about the ramifications of that? What the hell why does she have any business at all talking about sex? A 12-year-old girl is on YouTube talking about sex, and we're just nodding our heads like, oh yeah, that sounds logical to me. Oh, God. So later on in the video, she actually, she comes out with where she's getting her quote-unquote facts from, right? It's the Focus on the Family website. Okay, for those of you who don't know what Focus on the Family is, it's this crackpot Christian organization led by this doctor, nobody really knows what he's a doctor of, but Dr. James Dobson, who is a self-professed expert on anything that has to do with Christianity, the Bible, and praying the gay away. Yeah, he's one of those big-time guys that thinks, oh, if you're gay, there's something wrong with you and you need to be fixed. Not only does he think that you need to be fixed, but he thinks that he can fix you. But whatever. So she gets her information from that. So that's just to show you how informed this little 12-year-old girl is and the adults that are feeding her information. So, anyway, the point being, there's a 12-year-old girl on YouTube that's actually put herself out in public. She's a poster child for the pro-life movement, and that's what I'm attacking. You know, she's going out in public and preaching to the masses. Go look it up. Look it up. She gave a speech at like this pro-life rally in like Washington D.C. or something in front of like 1,000 people. You know, these adults are using her. They are using her as a poster child for the pro-life movement. But yet she's supposed to be above criticism because she's a 12-year-old girl. Sure, if she's a 12-year-old girl who just has an opinion, that's fine. But when people are using her and propping her up, then she's not above being criticized. And it's as simple as that. And I think it's absolutely pathetic how their message of pro-life is so weak that they need a 12-year-old girl to deliver it in order to have a novelty factor. Otherwise, nobody cares what a pro-lifer has to say except for other pro-lifers. But they have to bring in a 12-year-old girl to try to put forward that stance. And let me just say this. What the hell does a 12-year-old girl know? How many times have you gone to a 12-year-old girl to have your taxes done? How many times have you gone to a 12-year-old girl to ask her what her opinion is on what style of clothing you're going to wear? Or let me put it this way. Say my wife goes into labor, right? And she's about to have a baby or whatever. And just hypothetically speaking, let's just say that the doctor comes running out of there because they're having complications, and he grabs me and he's just like, there's a problem. We have to act fast. We can save the baby or we can save your wife. We need to know right now. What am I going to do? What am I going to answer to that question? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, YouTube. I'm going to go find a 12-year-old girl to tell me how to answer that question. Get real.